today we are going to be looking at every single WWE game I have played in my 8 years of WWE game experience, and I'm going to be ranking them from worst to best, or least favorite, least enjoyable, to favorite, most enjoyable. If you like these types of videos, like and subscribe because we're going to be doing 2 to 3 weekly uploads a week of wrestling content, of course, that I do think you guys will enjoy. Also, if you are watching this, around the time it comes out, I'm going to be live streaming in a few hours, so join that. But anyways, let's get into it. Yeah, so that was WrestleMania 2000 on the Game Boy Color. It's, for the time it was made, it's not horrible. I just suck at it. It's hard. The controls are hard, and I had to look stuff up. It took me 20 minutes probably to be able to pin somebody, and I've only picked it up a few times. A lot of these, the rankings are going to be based on how much I've actually played them, but that's also a reflection on how good or bad they are. But anyways, it's a little arcade type of game. You can do exhibition mode. Um, there's a championship mode. There's a gauntlet mode. Tag team survive. There's a Survivor Series. There's a 4-on-4, but it only shows two people on the screen at once, you and your opponent. And then there's a two-player mode. I have no clue how that works. I assume it's you taking turns. Um, so for what it is, it's not the worst. I probably would have enjoyed it more like 20 years ago, but I didn't play it 20 years ago. I was a fetus, a baby. I was a little boy. Um, so for the other games that we have on here, clearly this is the worst one. So for this next one, we have WWE Champions, which is a mobile game. Yes, we are going to be doing mobile games in this. I have one, two, three, four, five. I have like 4 or 5 in here that are mobile games. I'm, when at least when I was younger, my early teenage years, I was a big mobile game guy, especially for wrestling games, because there was solid ones. But a lot of these are probably lower down. They are lower down. I made the list. I know where they are. So yeah, this was like a puzzle game. I guess you could compare it to like a Candy Crush, sort of. And I think the more points you get from making the color combinations, you're able to rack up like a finisher or something. I could be totally wrong, but above shows the match that you're playing in, but you're really just doing a puzzle. And I think there's a story mode. Out of all the mobile games that had a story mode, this is just the least intriguing to me. If all of these were on the App Store around the same time, so if I want to go for a mobile story game, it's not going to be the puzzle one. Yeah, it's number 15. Not very good. Next up, we have WWE Immortals, made by the same creators as Mortal Kombat Mobile, of course. Um, Again, it's not very good. I'm sure people have their own fond experiences of it, but I honestly didn't play it that much. If anything, I was just gonna play Mortal Kombat. I found Mortal Kombat on mobile a lot more enjoyable than this, though I did think it was interesting that they had the different kind of characters. Like there was medieval ones. Randy Orton was like an actual kind of like snake, and their move sets reflected that kind of stuff. It was cool. It was cool, but it was just not for me, I guess. I don't know. Like I said on the other one, I didn't spend that much time on this one. Maybe I spent a little more on this than the last one, but not enough for me to rank it higher than 14. Okay, so yeah, we have a tapping game. WWE Tap Mania. There's two more mobile games. One that I will get to in a couple spots. The only reason I have that higher is because I think I played that one more, but I also could be wrong. I know I've downloaded the other one more than once. because obviously it was fun. But I actually did enjoy Tap Mania. Really, the only reason it's so low is the kind of game it is. Like it's good. I actually did enjoy it a lot, but how much better can it be than like the simulation games like the 2Ks and stuff like that? So I actually don't have complaints about this game. It's just it can't be higher than okay. It probably could have been higher than this next one I'm gonna put, but I'm gonna stick with my list. Tapmania is at 13. Yeah, WWE Battleground, the shitty filler 2K game because 2K20 did so bad that they decided not to go for another year. Um, I don't know how we haven't even got to that yet. I think it's because we're doing mobile games right now, but this isn't a mobile game. Um, okay, there is good to be said about this game. The price now, if anything, it should be like I don't know, $20. It's not worth the 40 or 60, however much it was. But one thing I did like about it is the fact that you had to play to get the currency to unlock the wrestlers, and not only the wrestlers but the different attires. That's something I do like in games, kind of working for characters, kind of like the Lego games. It's one of the biggest reasons I like Lego games. I like the unlocking characters. I don't really care for having all of them right away. With some exceptions, like in the new 2Ks, I don't mind just having everybody. But in an arcadey game like this, I like being able to unlock them. Now for the game itself and the gameplay, yeah, it sucks. Um, it's a little glitchy. It's not. I don't know if hard is the word, but I feel like for such a simple game, I feel like I had a hard time being good at it. Um, I don't care for the entrances. I mean, it's cool, I guess, but I don't know. I want to see more of a full entrance that you can just skip if you want to. But there's more bad to say than good about this game. I tried the Royal Rumble uh game mode. That was pretty fun. I sucked at it, but I had a good time. For what would I play it again? Maybe. Actually, I I did try about a week ago, and I haven't touched it since. I played one game, lost, got off. So yeah, WWE Battleground number 12. From the top rope. At number 11, we have WWE Mayhem, the second to last mobile game we will be sharing on this list. This one is another, there's a it's a story-driven game. There's yeah, it's not like the puzzle game like WWE Champion. It's not the tapping game, though you do tap, but it's not a tapping game. I think you can swipe, tap, whatever, do combos, build up your finisher. And there's like different stars, like different tiers of each wrestler. If I'm not wrong, it was pretty fun. I think I got, I don't say decently far, but I don't even think so. But I mean, it's all right. You know, I feel like this is a good part of the list where I can just say it's either bad or it's just all right for what it is. It's a decent game that I think is still up to this day. I think it came out around 2017, but most of these mobile games are not up on the App Store anymore. But this one is. I don't think I would try it again. Tap Mania. I want to play Tap Mania. I should have put that higher, but I want to play Tap Mania, but it's not on the store anymore. Um, so yeah, WWE Mayhem, mid, maybe less than mid, a little worse than mid, but for what it was a fun little campaign-driven beat 'em up type of thing. All right, that's it.
For over 50 years, the WWE Championship has stood as the premier championship.
Now, for this stinker of a game, why do I have it in the top 10? Well, it's a simulation game. It's a simulation game. So for what it is, and for the times it did work, yeah, I guess it was a better game than these other ones. story mode, if I'm thinking correctly, it's the one with the boy and the girl, and they had the list. The cutscenes looked garbage. The game. Okay, so for me, I did not get the game when this released. Um, so I started my first 2K game. We will get to, but this was the first 2K game, 2K20, that I did not. Not only did I not pre-order, I just didn't buy until I don't know 2021. I don't know. It was before 2022 came out. It was after Battleground. It was before 22. I was so stuck on 19 because I was not getting 20. I just so happened to not get it for whatever reason. And I was kind of happy with that because all the bad things I heard about it and the glitches that I've seen online and just everything, it just made me not want to get it. Why would I do that when I can play a perfectly good, amazing 2K19? So I continued doing that. And I think I didn't get necessarily bored of 2K19. I think it was on sale 2K20 and I was just like, fuck it. I'll buy it. So that's what I did. Yeah, it wasn't good. I played the story mode a little bit. It was okay. It was okay. I did not get super far into it. I personally wasn't crazy about switching back and forth between two people. I would rather just play one as one person, but that wasn't the case for this game. I personally did not experience too many glitches, but it's at 10 for that reason. I personally did not have the worst experience with it, but I just I got it too late. It's probably a good thing, but I was so stuck on 19, 22 was almost coming out. So I didn't spend too much time on this game, so I have it at number 10.
Talk about John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says I just whipped your ass.
Okay, 2K16. This was my first 2K. This is my first WWE game. I think I wanted to get. So I had a 360. I wanted to get Mortal Kombat X. It had gotten delayed, and then it was said that it's not even coming out on 360 anymore, which is probably for the best because I don't even think the 360 could have handled it. So I was like, okay, I can't play that. I like wrestling now. Let me get this game. So I pre-ordered 2K16, and I enjoyed it a lot for what it was. At least compared to the years after that. Not that those ones were like a shit ton better, but they were at the same time. And the graphics were better or whatever. I did not play the Stone Cold Showcase mode, whatever it was called, Showcase. Yeah, I would go back to it because I do have it downloaded on my Xbox One now, but I did not play that on the 360. I was just a my career guy and exhibition modes. I even did on the same YouTube channel, the same thing you were watching on. I've changed the name, rebranded a million times. But when I was younger and used to record and upload on this channel, I did make a few videos on 2K16 of exhibition modes, and I basically did I played three games with the same character, and if I won at least 2 out of 3 of those, that means they were good to play as. I think I only did 2 episodes of that. Did a Kofi Kingston one and a Chris Jericho one. So my memories are fond with this one. This soundtrack was very good. I liked it. It's a big thing. That's probably a good chunk of the reason why these simulation games, these 2Ks, are high up for me because the soundtrack is just so nostalgic and I love it. So 2K16 at number 9.
Or my client will introduce you to the rigors of Suplex City.
Okay, 2K17. Better. I would say it's better than 2K16. I don't know if there is a showcase mode for that. I know Brock was the cover art. I don't. Was there no showcase for that? I don't think there was. I could be wrong. Um, the soundtrack banger. I think this might be my first or second favorite 2K soundtrack. Um, the loading screen, like the first menu screen where you're going through, and the wrestler walks up. from like the smoke and the darkness. I just thought that was sick. Story mode, the my career mode, it was okay. I enjoyed 18's better. Not that 18 was super crazy, but I did enjoy it more. Um, Honestly, I don't have much to say about this because it's my opinions on this are just going to be a mix, similar to some 16 and some 18. But I will get to 18 when I get to 18. So for now, 2K17 is at 8.
Are you ready?
SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. I don't exactly remember when I got this game. I think I was a few 2Ks in, maybe around 2K17, 2K18. I was at GameStop and I saw it. It was cheap, so I bought it. Um, I also had this and played it on my stepfather's PS3. So I had it on 360 and PS3. So maybe that's why I bought it on the 360. That was probably why. But it was fun. I was not super experienced with 2K games, and since I was switching from like playing my 2Ks on the 360 to now switching to a SmackDown vs. Raw on the PlayStation, I had to learn the controls. I didn't really know what I was doing. I don't know if there was I don't think there was a story mode, but there was Road to WrestleMania, and that I do remember enjoying a lot. So I actually want to play that again for the Road to WrestleMania, and I want to get SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 so I can play GM mode. But a few months ago, my Xbox that I've had since I was like 10, 9 or 10, unfortunately got the red ring of death, the ring of doom. So I cannot do that anymore until I get a new one. Um, but Road to WrestleMania was fun. I didn't play all of them. I might have played the Chris Jericho one, and then I think I either played the Undertaker one or Ray and Batista, or maybe I played John. I don't know what I played, but I'm sure I played two of them. I'm sure I played two of them, but which two I don't know. And what were the other ones? Was there a CM Punk one? I don't know. I don't know, but that is a game I do want to go back to because for the time that I did play it, which was not super long, but I did enjoy it for the time that I did play it. So for the lack of hours I put into it, I can't put it higher than 7, but I honestly don't have much bad to say about it, so I think 7's fair.
These superstars managed to defeat me at the highest levels on the biggest stages. So now when you step into their shoes, I'm looking to get those wins back.
2K23. This game I did not love. I didn't really play that much of the John Cena showcase. For the problems that 2K22 did have, I feel like 2K23 didn't do a much better job of fixing those problems. The GM mode was not great. The My Faction, I don't remember if this was the first year they did it or if it was 22. I think it was 22. And that was something I was very excited for because I did play the NBA, whatever, my team. Yeah, my team. So I was excited for WWE version of it, and it just wasn't good. Even this year's isn't great, but it is better. Not having much online to do sucked. Um, so I felt like I was grinding for nothing. I felt like I was playing and working for nothing. So I would just, I don't, I don't even know what I played on this game exactly. I think I tried online, but that would only work for so long before the servers would just shit, shit itself, and I couldn't play it anymore. So I'm pretty sure I played more 2K22 because I think I just enjoyed that more. And like I said, for the problems that did have, 2K23 didn't do a great job at fixing them. So I think I just ended up going back to 22, or I just stopped playing this. But regardless, it's better than the other ones I played. But it's not the worst game ever. It's not great. The other ones are better.
Like Dolph, like Dean, no guts, no glory. One shot, one story. Be you, like now, no time, one run. Be like no one.
This game I enjoyed. I put a lot of hours into it, and this may be a hot take, because I've heard plenty of bad things about this game, from the story mode to the graphics not being much better than 17, basically everything not being much better than 17. But I wasn't gonna go back to 17, even though I just said that about 22 and 23. I liked this game. I enjoyed my career. I liked the walking around and the backstage. It was new to me. So like I said, my first game was only 2K16. So for this was new and I guess innovative to me. So I really enjoyed it. The soundtrack, I'm actually have the soundtrack pulled up. Down with the Sickness, um, Runaway Baby, Smoking by Boston, Soul Man, and Black Skinhead. Are you serious? Like, this soundtrack was sick. So from my updated list, I would say this might be number two. Yeah, maybe number two on my favorite soundtrack, because this was absolutely fire. This might even be number one. I totally forgot how good this was. So for the soundtrack, number five, 2K18.
Come on. Yes, good job. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Pops, really? Hijo, ya tú sabes.
2K22. I have this above 2K23 because for the innovations it did make, they tried. They did try. Okay. I wouldn't say it necessarily fell flat. It wasn't great, but it was good enough for me, at least. From going from a great, phenomenal, may I say, 2K19 to 2K20 to 2K Battleground, I was fiending for a new WWE simulation game. I needed something new. Not just a new game, because 2K20 was new, but it was trash. Okay, I was ready for a new good game, new good 2K. And this did its job. Um they made some correct steps forward. They were going down a good path. Um they were fixing some of the problems and some of the dumb shit they did in 2K20, and it seemed like they took a little more time and care. They did take more time, but it looks like they put a little bit more care and love into this one. With the My faction, with I believe this was the return of GM mode. I could be wrong. Uh, let me look. Okay, I was right. There's GM mode. I just wanted to make sure, so I didn't sound stupid and spewing out false information. I liked the GM mode. I would say I liked this one, even though now that we have 2K24, I've realized in hindsight that isn't great. They could have done a lot more. But for what it was, I never played a GM mode, but I really wanted to play one. This was pretty good, and like I said, it did the job, which is all I really needed. Um, and I was excited for the future of 2K games because, like I said, they went in the right direction. They made some positive steps, and even though I did enjoy 2K22, it just made me excited to play 2K23, assuming it would be a lot better. But it wasn't. Like I said, it wasn't a bad game. I just think for my excitement level on this one, to the new features that we got, this just felt more innovative and exciting to me than 2K23. It just felt like a slightly better game, but I have 2K22 at 4.
Come on, you love free stuff?
I love free stuff.
Get it! We're gonna play it because we can do this thing right now.
What do you know about WWE Supercard? I did not think a mobile game was going to be in my top 3, but here I stand, or sit here talking about a mobile game being my third favorite wrestling game of all time. From, I don't know how old I was, 14, 15, I don't know, around that age, till about 2020, 2021, I was playing this game a lot. A lot. I've spent money on this game, not a crap ton, but I spent money on this game, which is more than I can say about the other mobile games. I would not do that for a mobile game, but this one was very good. And I would still say it's a solid game today. I tried re-downloading it months ago. I didn't play it for long, maybe a few weeks. There's so many things that are added now, but I think all the improvements and new game modes, features that they've added, I think it was for the best. Um, and for a card game, it's pretty fun. I enjoy having my profile picture as whatever past or present wrestler that I want, being able to change the card picture to any previous card, to the simple game mechanics, to upgrading them, and just having as good of a deck as I can, joining teams. Like it was fun. I enjoyed the teams. I enjoyed the little, like, I don't know what you would call them, the pay per view game modes. You would just play a lot, but you had to have good cards to get really high up. But you would play a lot to try to win the good cards. Like they would do it like once a couple weeks, and it was really fun. So this was just an easy game for me to play because it was on my phone, not my Xbox, so I could really just play it anywhere. So with that being said, I've had a lot of time to play this, a lot of hours in, and I think that's why I have this so high up. I honestly really don't have anything bad to say. I don't have anything bad to say about it. This is a good game, and if you haven't tried it, try it. It might not be as fun now, saying that they're about a decade in, but it's a good game. So Supercard, WWE Supercard, number 3.
Irresistible force meeting the immovable object. My story started at the very beginning, brother.
The most current WWE game, 2K24. There is a lot of good about this game. Like I said, the things that they try to do better from 22 to 23, they didn't do a great job on that. I would say they did do a good job on it. This game, my biggest problem with this game is the servers. Every year, the servers don't work, though for a good couple months, they did work, and I got to play quite a lot of online mode, which is really fun. If any of you have that and want to play with me, I would be down if the servers work, of course. Um, I enjoy all the community creations because I do use a lot of them. Like I'm able to use AEW stars who I don't really use, but I get to use indie guys like Speedball Mike Bailey. I have downloaded on there. I know this was a thing in the last two 2Ks, but having the ability to upload any picture you want, use it as a sign, a face scan, just a picture. The picture for the characters, like when you're going through the select screen and you have a character, like I have my friend as the picture, and I just think it's so funny. And it's just a small feature that I love about the game. I've actually not played the My Career, so I don't really know if it's good. But the GM mode I really enjoy. I think a few months in they did an update on it, and I wasn't sure what that update was. And then when I played it, I was like, "Oh my god, they made this so much harder. Like I don't understand it." No, you just need to play the game. You just need to play the game a little bit to understand the GM mode. So I have a lot of fun doing GM mode because before I was just doing universe mode for years. But yeah, GM mode is very fun. So I don't even really play universe mode anymore. The My Faction, I had a good time playing the My Faction in the beginning of the game when it first released for a couple months, and then I kind of just got bored of it. Um, but I'm sure the more you play, and the longer you stick through it, it feels more rewarding. But I just didn't want to do that. But GM mode is very fun to me. I've even thought about doing a GM mode playthrough series. So I don't know if you guys are interested in that, but let me know. So 2K24, it I've said nothing bad about. I'm about to say not bad, but I'm not crazy about the soundtrack. Like there's a couple good songs, but I feel like something that's make or break for me, like having 2K18 at number 5, a game that's usually shit on by most people. I have high up because I have a lot of nostalgia for it because of the soundtrack. The soundtrack is so good. And this doesn't scream nostalgia to me. I feel like this isn't going to be something that I look back and like, oh my god, I want to play this just to listen to the songs. No, I'm going to play it because it's a good game. The game itself is good, which is a good thing. But I feel like you want to have a good soundtrack, especially in a WWE game, to back up the good game. But that's just me kind of nitpicking. But 2K22, I'm sorry, 2K24 at number 2.
Sonke.
Hero.
Tradition.
Phenomenal. Back.
My undisputed GOAT of all wrestling games, 2K19. Great soundtrack. Was it better than 2K18 or 2K17? Maybe 17, not 18. Um, it's solid. I'd probably have it in my top 3, maybe number 4, definitely top 5 for soundtracks. Like, it's really solid. And whenever I think of the game, all I hear is the blowing my mind, blowing my mind, blowing my. So yeah, so that sticks with me. That's something good about a game. You want it to stick with you, and I have it. Let me fetch my game. Deluxe edition. I got the gold. Um, Something I really wanted to do when this game came out was do the golden AJ Styles challenge. I wanted to compete in that tournament, but I don't think. Sorry, I think it was something offline that you did, some kind of tower mode, and I just don't think I ever beat it. But I found it very intriguing, and it made me want to play early on a lot, and there was still so much good stuff about it. Like the universe mode, I played for hours and hours and hours. It was so fun. Personally, my favorite time on a universe mode. The my career is arguably from. I mean, the other ones weren't very good, so I guess it's objectively that out of all the 2Ks, 2K19 might be the best. I think I played it through twice. Um, Very fun. The story was good. I enjoyed being from the indies to the main roster, joining up with AJ Styles and Finn Balor and having them turn on me, and then beating, I think it was AJ at Mania. My complaint with my career, it was very good. But then once you finish the game and you're the WWE champion, all you do is defend your title, and like it's just like, oh, this person's gonna get this match, or I have somebody for you next week, or somebody confronts you and that's who you're fighting. Now I don't know how much I didn't lose the title. I never lost the title because it's pretty easy. So I have no clue if there's even any possibilities if you lose the title, if you're able to go for it again, if you're able to go for a different title. But I don't think so. But I enjoyed. Um, oh no, maybe it wasn't this game. Maybe it was 18. I was thinking of. Anyways, my career was great. When 2K20 was just a crappy game and nobody played it and I didn't buy it, and I waited like another 2 years, 2.5 years, something like that for new 2K. This is what I played. I didn't play 20. Then Battlegrounds came out. That was trash. Went back to 2K19. Eventually bought 2K20. It was trash. Went back to 2K19 and then 22, and then I don't think I played it since. But it's a very good game. I don't really see use in. I was gonna say you should try it, but there's not really use in that now because we have 2K14. So for the time and its importance to me because of the bad 2K games that came after it, it's just I have probably the most playtime on this one. It was just so much fun. I love the cover of the game, the game modes, the soundtrack. Like I really have nothing bad to say about this game. So 2K19 is the undisputed GOAT for me. Thank you for watching the video. If you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed listening to me rant about 2K games. This wasn't a video idea I had at first, but then it just came to me. And so I thought I would do it, and I thought it was pretty fun. Um, Unlike a lot of the games on this list. But anyways, if you did enjoy, like I said, like, subscribe. I'm gonna leave my socials somewhere around here, and I hope you have a great night. And if you're watching this today, I'm going to be streaming in a little bit. So, yeah, later.